All right. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome once again to Frequently Asked Questions Friday. Today we have Stephen Stratso back with us. We're going to try to keep this real short. We just have one question today. And that question is what happens if you're visiting from out of state and you get injured in Texas, let's say in a car accident? What are the potential issues that might arise?
Well, each state kind of has different coverage, mainly different minimum coverage. So the question would be, does your car insurance policy follow you to that state? And the general answer to that is yes, that it does. Sometimes you're coming from a state with lower limits, and maybe you're at fault, and so the person that you hit can actually recover to the Texas state minimum if that were the situation. So the general answer is yes, it does cover you, but of course you always want to check your policy before.
Yeah. So, like, I think Arizona only has a $15,000, per person minimum, $30,000 per policy, as opposed to Texas where we have 30/60. So if I live in Arizona and I've got a $15,000 policy and I come over here and I injure somebody, are you telling me my insurance company has to pay $30,000 even though I only paid a premium to get coverage for $15,000?
Well, if you're at fault, it seems like the general answer is yes. It's going to make up that difference. The only time that it typically wouldn't follow is under your UIN, because you've just been paying for that premium the entire time. So that's kind of where it would work out a little bit differently for you.
You're saying if you were not at fault and you made a claim on your policy and you were from, say, Arizona with a $50,000 policy, you're saying then you can only recover the minimum, which is $15,000.
According to it's going to be different with all policies, and you have to check the policy language on that. But it typically is only going to cover what you've been paying that premium.
Right. Well, but going back to the liability issue, you've only been paying premium for $15,000. I mean, isn't that contractual too? Then can't the insurance company just say, "Hey, you didn't pay us for 30, man, or 50, or
well,
million. You paid us for 15, and that's all we got to pony up."
But the car insurance companies, they actually refer to this as the broadening clause, and they'll typically, cover the excess on that because you went to this other place. Now, there are situations where if you move to another state and you haven't re-upped your policy, you haven't notified them, hey, I moved, so the premiums will be a little bit different. Then it's not going to follow you. So if you move, you definitely want to get in touch with your insurance company and let them know about that.
Okay. So since you moved, they're going to say, we don't have to provide the 30 now because you didn't tell us you moved?
Well, what they're going to say is you haven't been paying the premium in that state. We don't have an obligation or duty under the contract to honor it.
You're talking about for UM now or for liability?
That'd be for the UM or liability side. Excuse me. Sorry.
But if you don't move here, they got to pay 30. But if you do move here, they only have to pay 15.
Well, you gotta let them know. You gotta let them know. And again, you want to check the policy language as well. Each insurance company is different. And what you pay for is different. Will be there in the policy.
So let's say that happens and somebody moves here, they don't tell the insurance company. The insurance company says, we're only going to give you $15,000 worth of coverage. Who's going to pay that extra, say, $15,000?
And on the if you're at fault,
yeah.
If you're at fault, hopefully the other driver's got the UIN to pay for that, or UIN to pay for that situation.
If not,
we see it all the time. And that's why it's so important to have that extra coverage, have that full coverage plus the PIP as well.
Would a Stour situation work with an out-of-state driver for an out-of-state policy?
Honestly, I haven't seen a whole lot of those, so that'd be a good one to definitely research. Stour demands here in Texas. Obviously, we use them all the time, but I'm not sure which law would apply in that specific situation.
And for our viewers, the Stour situation is just where you tell the adverse insurance company your claim obviously is worth way more than their policy limit, so they better pay up, because if they don't, then and a reasonable adjuster would have paid up, then the insured, if you go get an excess judgment against their insured, now that their insured can turn around and sue them and get damages from the carrier for not paying them when they had an opportunity.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, now what if the out-of-state drivers, say from like New York or something, where they've got a $50,000 policy or $100,000, and that person comes down here and either gets injured or causes an accident in Texas, and we only have 30, 60, what happens then?
Well, in that situation, their policy would generally still apply. It wouldn't go down. Obviously, they're paying for that coverage, so they wouldn't want to be exposed, to potentially getting sued when they've been paying this higher premium the entire time. So that would still follow.
Okay. All right. Well, any other issues that would come up for somebody from out of state?
I'm sure there's plenty of them, but I think we only have limited time here today.
Okay. Well, they can always email us or post a response.
Absolutely.
We'll set our Facebook page and we can
Maybe we'll blog about it.
Or we even have a new feature, I think, on our Google My Business page, where you can go on there and you can ask us questions too. And so you can go on there and type in a question, and we can get back to them that way too, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And just so everybody knows, if you do it that way, it's not considered legal advice, because we're not really your lawyer. We're just kind of answering questions off the cuff. So you're not paying for our advice. So our advice in those situations is worth about what you pay for. So, but we'll do our best. Okay, so just to wrap up here, I just want to let everybody know that we are having an Instagram giveaway. We're giving away a $100 gift card. We're awarding it every Friday for the next 3 weeks until the tax-free weekend, which is August 10th, and that's tax-free weekend is where you don't pay any sales tax on any of your purchases. And I believe it's passed, so people whose children are going back to school can get their school supplies and stuff and not have to pay taxes on it. To enter, you just need to like and comment on our post, and then follow our page to enter. And the Instagram page to do that on is Herrman Law Firm. So everybody go like and comment our post, follow our page, and on Herrman Law Firm, and good luck. And we will award, I guess we'll announce it next Friday during FAQ Friday. Next Friday we'll announce who the winner is for this week. So, all right, until next Friday, we'll see you then.